Hey guys, welcome back. It's Paul Sani, your local realtor in the GTA. Today we're going to be looking at how you can get started in multifamily real estate investments. There are four categories that are very important for you to select the right property and ensure your success to multifamily ownership. The first thing is sourcing, which is probably the foundation of your real estate journey and where you're going to actually get the information as to what properties are available on the market. One is naturally the MLS, and second, which is something that not many agents have access to, is the off market. Off market real estate tends to allow you to get those ratios far better in line and maximize your return on your investment. The other issue behind sourcing is having the right agent. So depending on which market you're in, knowing the right agent who knows the right type of real estate investment that you're making. For example, if you are investing in short-term rentals, you need to have an agent who truly understands how to calculate that type of metric. Everyone will be able to say that they can buy and sell you a multifamily. But if they don't know how to calculate it, you will definitely either suffer from burnout or you'll simply have to sell the property just to recoup your losses. So basically, know what you are looking for. There are many markets in the GTA which are negative cash flow and very few that are neutral cash flow. There are some areas that are positive cash flow, but what you need to focus on is a market that might have just regular appreciation or market appreciation. And then there are other markets where you can do both market and forced appreciation. So stay tuned to some more videos that I'll be releasing in this series that will help you understand some of the terms that I'm discussing in this video. Moving on, the next step in determining your journey in multifamily investing would be financing. And financing, the very first thing you need to really be concerned about is what is your budget? That budget's going to help you determine what you're going to get into, whether it's a duplex, whether it's a triplex, fourplex, fiveplex, depending on which bank you're going to or which institution you're going to use to lend on the property. The other thing would be that you need to ensure that you have the right agent. So the right mortgage agent is going to guide you through what is needed, how much is needed, and what are your best options. So many of the times, if you have decided that you're going to do a BRRRR strategy, which is a strategy that many investors use to invest money, but then literally take all of it out and still own the property, the agent will be able to guide you through what the best ways will be for you to attain your financing and ultimately hold it in the bank. So you need to be able to look at alternatives when it comes to financing options. There are other creative options that mortgage agents should be able to advise you. The agents should also be able to help you, guide you through that step, because they know the listing agent and then can also potentially negotiate certain things where you might need less down, you might not need as much. The next phase is going to be the rehab and construction phase of your multifamily. And one of the terms that I had used in the past, previously, is forced appreciation, one of my favorite words. And that is basically because you don't need to sit there for a year to try and determine whether this market is going to go up and speculate whether you're going to make $100,000 in equity on a property. Forced appreciation pretty much comes from enhancements that you've made to the existing property. So when you're rehabbing or making an extra room, you're actually creating your value yourself. So having a construction team on board with you when you're going to inspect the property, assessing what the actual costs would be, that you can then parlay back to your mortgage specialist to tell them that this is how much I need to be able to finish the project and potentially rent it, or even sell it, depending on you getting into the game of just flipping multifamily, which is also an alternative. Moving on again is the last phase, which is management. And in management, ultimately, you are not in the business of being a landlord. The idea is that you should be able to build your portfolio and have management in place to deal with those day-to-day headaches, and you being the boss and overlooking everything in your portfolio. And management is one of those expenses that you do need to factor into your costs when you're analyzing these properties. And at the same time, having a good local management company to handle these issues and handle them well is another thing, is very important. And so if you know that you have a team that can do those things, you are well on your way to becoming a multi-family multi-millionaire. If you guys have any questions regarding anything to do with multifamily investments, mortgage needs and requirements, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I'm more than happy to assist you.